a quick stop down at my garden tonight to take a quick video, an update video before the rain starts. It is, let me think, June 17th? Yes, June 17th. It's a Monday evening. So a lot changes. It's amazing from one week to another. So this is bed 1 where the broccoli was, and I had the 4 tomato plants. Since I removed the broccoli, the tomato plants have really taken off. I did plant some peppers also in here, and in the middle I planted some zinnias. I also planted calendula seeds along the front where the alliums were. They're coming up. So I'm really pleased with the way the tomatoes look now. Radishes are, I think, starting to come to an end. Some of them look like they're starting to bolt. These are the little marble peas. I did harvest some on Saturday when I was here. Looks like I have more to harvest. These are shelling peas. Those are the only peas I had success with this year. This is the iceberg lettuce, and in between is the scarlet Napa cabbage. It's getting very dark. Looks like it's starting to form heads in the middle. It's beautiful. The iceberg lettuce has really taken off too. I can see that one's starting to form a head in the middle. And in the front then we have carrots, 2 rows of bush beans. This is my hot pepper bed. They're doing well since I planted them. Some French breakfast radishes, cherry tomatoes. They're starting to form tomatoes. I have, let me go underneath. Napa Chardonnay and blueberries. Coneflowers are starting to get ready to bloom. That reddish orange variety is blooming in the back. Front flower bed inside the fence. My pink yarrow is blooming. It's beautiful. I also have a red yarrow. The perennials are really starting to crowd in this bed. Some of my pansies and violas are hanging on. There's my red vein sorrel. Tiger lilies are getting ready to bloom, probably by the end of the week. There's my dried allium flowers. I like to put them in a vase every year. Moving on to the archway. The Aran Purple Star runner beans are starting to get their runners. They'll start climbing soon. Can't wait to see them. And then on this side of the trellis, I planted the baby boo and the hooligan pumpkins. Only 2 are surviving. 2 others came up, but something ate them. So I threw in this delicata squash I started at home. Let that trail up the trellis also. The other side of the trellis is bed 2. My cabbage bed is doing wonderful. I love to watch cabbage grow. It's so pretty. And it's starting to form heads in the middle. Actually all of them. That's a Savoy variety. That's Brunswick, those 3. And then these purple ones in the front are that Calabas variety. It's just beautiful. Come on through. Another bed of iceberg, an extra one. Onions are doing great. Pole beans on all the poles are getting bigger and starting to send up their runner to grab on. Saturday I planted some winter squash in this bed, 4 different varieties. There's 2 spaghetti squash varieties. Thelma Sanders, I believe it's called potato squash. And then there's a 4th variety. I'll have to see what it is on the other side. Kohlrabi is doing great. Gonna have to pick those soon. Look at that one, beautiful. This purple one. Let's see, my potted tomatoes are doing well. Oh, look at that. Tomatoes on pegs round orange. Cute. This is Barnacle. There's my coneflower. Beautiful. Some cherry tomatoes. And then on the trellis behind the kohlrabi, the two half-runner varieties, Old Joe Clark and Buxton Buckshot, they are growing nicely. Very good. I have to say, since I planted the squash on Saturday, I feel like they've doubled in size. So glad these pansies are holding on even with the heat. I love these. Aren't those beautiful? And those. Okay, so that is bed 2. Bed 3, we have the lima beans on the front trellis, Snow on the Mountain. I love them. Look at the pretty leaves. They almost look like they're variegated. Love them. Hot peppers I planted 2 weekends ago. They're holding on. Gotta do some weeding with these onions here. This is Benny's Red. Dwarf tomatoes along the front. They're starting to perk up. One of the few coleus plants that survived. There's 2 more potted tomatoes. Marzano Fire, and this one is, I think, Aftershock. Dwarf tomato. And then on this side, this trellis, I did have sugar snap peas growing, Spring Blush variety. They didn't do well. I ripped them off and I planted 2 types of cucumbers. One is Parisian pickle and the other one is little potato. So I planted those on Saturday, hoping they'll vine up this trellis. And then here, these are my cucumbers also. I have tender green, miniature white. Let's see what the others are on the other side. This is my bean TP. They're doing good. These are segregates of a bean called Chocolate that I'm growing for Russ Crowe. They're growing nicely. 5 different ones. I said I would tell you the other squash on this side. Let me see what it is. Oh yeah, Carnival. It's an acorn squash. Go around the other side of bed 3. Carrots and beets are doing great. Very lush. Red Sales lettuce. This is probably ready to be picked. Beautiful. Garlic. I did pull up one of my brown rose garlic plants on Saturday to see how large it is, and I am very pleased with the size heads. I'll post a picture that I took of it. The other cucumbers on this side I have growing are Dar, which is a pickling cucumber, and this one's getting beat up by bugs. This one's called Richmond Green Apple. Okay, this was bed 3. TP. Now bed 4. All my beds are planted, except this bed I want to add 3 poles for pole beans. But I did plant the summer squash. We have Desi. This is Striata d'Italia, an Italian variety. On the other side there's Sunburst Patty Pan. And let me think, what's the other one? Let me go around. Oh, Spragtok. I believe it's a Hungarian variety. So I do have summer squash. I am going to do some succession planting, so I will start more seeds at home. So when these start to die off, I'll replant. Bed 4 still. I did plant this orange flesh honeydew melon. Hoping they'll trellis up this page. Here are some more sweet peppers. I planted 2 weeks ago. They're doing good. On the other side are the other 5 dwarfs I have growing, dwarf tomato plants. They're starting to perk up also. some garlic. I did plant some lettuce in between the garlic. Beautiful speckled lettuce. Forget what the name is. And then bed 5. Let's see, got my dahlias in the front, tomatoes along the back. They're doing wonderful. Some zinnias, and then I did plant my watermelon. This is Sugar Baby. They're doing good. Tomatoes along the back. More tomatoes along the back. And here's another watermelon variety called Honey Island from Fruition Seeds. It is a yellow watermelon. Oh, there's tomatoes in the back. They're doing really well. Hope it stays that way. And then this green trellis here, on one side I planted Kajari melons, and on the other side I planted seeds for Mother Mary's pie melon. So I just planted those on Saturday, so they're not up. So I have everything planted finally, except for 3 or 4 other pole bean varieties I want to plant. So it's looking great. And that's all.